views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for tuning in to SportsNYC. I'm Bobby C., and we start our fall show right here at Rose Hill in the Bronx, where we get a chance to take a look at some Fordham football, the return of the NFL. On this jam-packed show, we'll have a look at some of the best racing in the country, and of course, the Yankees punching their ticket to the postseason. Stay with us. More coming up right after this. Welcome back here on SportsNYC. I'm Bobby C. Plenty of history here in the Bronx when it comes to Fordham football. You got the 7 blocks of granite. A lot of optimism with the start of the season, so we get a chance to check in with the Rams and their home opener. Check this out.
Obviously a tough one. Credit to Central. Ryan and those guys did a great job. They played a good game. Quarterback played his tail off. Tough kid. Took some hits, made some big plays. Big throw there at the end. With the blitz coming. Credit the kid for making a big kick under pressure. Iced him twice, and I wish I hadn't because he missed the first one, but it is what it is. Proud of our guys, where they fought back, rallied back. We just made too many mistakes early. Shorted up, played a better game in the second half, but it just wasn't enough.
And they take the opener. Real tough opening loss. What a nail-biter for Fordham in the opener. And that seems to be the name of the game when it comes to football here in New York City right now in the month of September. The Giants and the Jets off to some struggles to start the season, but things were pretty optimistic in the preseason for both teams. We got a chance to check in with the Giants and the Jets as they squared off against each other in the preseason. Roll the tape. This is Bobby C. out at MetLife Stadium. We begin our look at sports this week with the Giants and the Jets in preseason number 1 as Giants fans get their first look at first-round pick Daniel Jones.
Does playing in an NFL game feel different?
I think just being out there in an NFL game, I think it feels a little bit different. At the end of the day, though, it's football. It's the same game, but it feels a little bit different.
Some advice, I got was to be decisive and try to make quick decisions. So, trying to see what the defense is doing and trying to make a quick decision, but being decisive throughout was definitely a focus.
Guys, they understand the concepts. They know how to play multiple positions. They know how to play multiple techniques in this offense. Like once you spend multiple years in the system, you just kind of you're able to kind of put your stamp on it and put your your style of game. So guys definitely feel comfortable. You can see it out there.
I thought that we were really clear in our communication. I thought guys were very well prepared, considering we didn't spend a ton of time on this game. And I thought we had good communication on the sideline, which was good. The energy the entire game was really great. So we take this, we build off of it, and we keep moving forward.
The Giants go undefeated in the preseason. The story, the rookie phenom Daniel Jones at quarterback. And then the season starts and they fall in week 1 to Dallas with Eli Manning at the helm. They head back to MetLife Stadium to face the Buffalo Bills in week 2, the same team that defeated the Jets in week 1. Unfortunately, the same fate for Big Blue in week 2 against the Bills. Giants taking on the Bills from the Meadowlands in week number 2. Buffalo looking to make it 2-0 at MetLife Stadium after a week 1 victory against the Jets. But the Giants had other plans in the first quarter. Less than 3 minutes into the game, Saquon Barkley takes the Eli Manning dump off, 27 yards. Barkley would top 100 on the afternoon on 18 carries. On the other end, Bills quarterback Josh Allen showcased his own fancy footwork. With 3:43 remaining in the first quarter, Allen takes advantage of the opening all the way to the end zone to even the score at 7 following the extra point. The Bills' offense kept the pressure on. First, it was Devin Singletary who breaks through for a 14-yard touchdown run. Then Isaiah McKenzie catches the pass from Allen to make it 21-7. Buffalo scored 21 unanswered points to close out the first half in style. We go to the fourth quarter. Desperation time for Big Blue. Manning marches down the field, culminating in a 4-yard strike to TJ Jones. Giants pull within a score. On the other end, veteran back Frank Gore finds the end zone. With time winding down, Manning tosses it downfield, intended for Benny Fowler, but picked off by Bills safety Jordan Poyer. And that would do it for the G-Men, who fall to 0-2 on the young season. The Jets return to action after a really tough game in Week 1 against the Bills, only to fall on Monday Night Football to the Cleveland Browns and Odell Beckham Jr., who comes up with another amazing catch at MetLife Stadium.
But I thought out there, I thought we made some good plays. Just in some critical moments, we got to find a way to execute. Wish I had a few plays back, but overall I thought we did some positive things, and there's some stuff to build on, but definitely got to finish, find a way to put points on the board.
Going through a lot of adversity right now, man. People hurt. Things just not going our way, but that's not an excuse. We got to go out there and execute. We didn't execute on both sides of the ball. Just got to be better, man.
I'm glad about the sacks. I'm glad about how we did overall on defense, keeping them 3 points, keeping Levy on, mostly on the reps, knowing he's a threat at all times. But the best part is, just getting the win, getting that weight off of us.
It was a lot of weird feelings, coming through the locker room. That they had the locker room closed off, so I just was familiar with this area. A lot of mixed feelings about it. I had a different reception from Jets fans than I did previously when I was on the Giants. But just honestly happy to get our first win. First win for Coach Freddie as a head coach. So we didn't play our best football, but we got the W, and that's all that matters.
Welcome back here on Sports NYC. I'm Bobby C. 2019 marked the 50th anniversary of the New York Mets' 1969 World Series championship team, and the Amazons got a chance to celebrate during the summer months. Here's a look at their celebration at Citi Field.
When you lose 100 games for all those years and you're still part of an organization, that's kind of a miracle, because they made so many changes in the organization. So, I was very fortunate to still be there winning.
It's fun because you're recognized by the best fans in the world, knowledgeable baseball fans. And it was a pleasure playing here, so it's fun. I haven't seen a lot of these guys for some 30, 40 years. So it's really great to see them. A lot of them brought their families, so I get to see what those little girls and boys grew up to be big adults now. And it was really fun so far.
The Mets stumbled out of the gate in the month of April, but really started to turn things around during the All-Star break in July, and a lot of it had to do with their phenom sensation, the first baseman, Pete Alonso. What a big year for Alonso, and it started really in the home run derby in Cleveland. Check this out.
It was special. There's so many guys that just put on the show, like Jock. He was amazing. Vladdy, they did such a good job. Everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out. Everyone did such an amazing job, just kind of going out there and showing their stuff and showcasing young talent in the game. And I thought that was awesome. Everyone went out there and put on a show, and I thought it was really entertaining to watch and sit on the sidelines for. And I got some time to kind of sit back and soak it all in and watch some guys hit some moonshots. And it was fun. It was fun to be a part of, and to be a part of this is surreal.
Pistol Pete on his way to National League Rookie of the Year honors. What a season for him, 50-plus home runs, and it looks to be a season filled with hardware. That's always been the story when it comes to arguably the greatest closer of all time, the first unanimous Hall of Famer in Cooperstown. We check in all the way upstate in the birthplace of baseball with Mariano Rivera.
Being the last, always, you have opportunity to think, to realize what you're doing, to see what you're doing. And just attack what I'm doing. In baseball, I have 7, 8 innings to watch what the hitters were doing. And now, at this induction, I have 5 people in front of me to watch what they're doing, so I have the opportunity to start, thinking about and And maybe if I had to correct something, I was able to do it. So, I mean, it was great. I mean, I like to be in the position because, I mean, I think that I was built for that. Thank you.
People here at the Hall of Fame, we just sat down and talked for a while, and I told my story, and we just kind of built it from there. I thought that would be, you know, I got a little connection with Little League Baseball, so I wanted to throw that in, and I just wanted to kind of walk through my career without taking 18 years to walk through it again. So that's what I did, and tried to tell the important parts of the story, and so that was pretty much it.
What an induction ceremony, what an induction class up in Cooperstown. Mariano Rivera has always given back to the game of baseball, and he's been known to give back to these communities in the Bronx too, something the Pinstripers are notorious for as well. Can you believe it? The 10th anniversary of Hope Week here in the Bronx. Check this out. When the Yankees aren't giving back, it seems like baseball might be giving back to them. They get a chance to go into the postseason this fall, back in the playoffs, and for the first time, they win the division since 2012. Roll the celebration. We begin our look at sports with the 100-win Bronx Bombers, the 2019 American League East champions.
Well, you got a team full of savages, you know, so when you got a team full of guys that, you know, come ready to play every single day, are hungry and excited to be here, it makes for a great environment. When you got a good environment like this and, you know, playing in front of these fans, you know, day in and day out, you know, they have our back. It's been one heck of a season.
How much does the team itself really feel that there's really something special about this squad?
We're a family here, you know, and everyone has each other's backs, and we've gone through our ups and downs, and things aren't as bad as they always seem. So, you know, we got a really good group of guys that have, you know, pulled together on something special this year. So it's really cool.
It really does take everybody, and we should all be proud. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. You know, I want to play, I want to be out there, but I also want to contribute to wins, and, you know, I feel like I was able to do that, so it's a good feeling.
When I came over here thinking about the New York Yankees, you think about winning. You think about pennants, you think about World Series championships, and this is the first step on where we want to go. You know, I think it's a big thing for us to have clinched the division for the first time, and I believe it's 7 years, something like that. So that's a great thing for us. And like I said, we're moving on to looking to go and win that World Series.
Is this the most fun you've ever had playing baseball?
It is, man. It is, and it's even better when you get the champagne in your eyes, even though it stings. So this team's awesome, and you know I can't wait to for what we can accomplish at the end goal.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. You know, we're going to celebrate tonight and have fun with it because it's been a long season, a lot of ups and downs. We're going to celebrate and enjoy tonight, but we got a lot more baseball to play, so we'll continue just playing and grinding all year.
Speaking of celebrations, we shift gears here on Sports NYC, and we'll come back after the break with some motor racing and some championships. Stay tuned.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 and $125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Ratings are up in IndyCar. The highlight of their schedule is always the Indianapolis 500. Our BronxNet cameras headed out to Indy for a shot at kissing the bricks. Check this out. The greatest spectacle in racing did not disappoint. In a head-to-head duel for the ages, Simon Pagenaud defeated Alexander Rossi with a dramatic pass on the penultimate lap, then held on the rest of the way to hand Roger Penske his 18th win in the Indianapolis 500. And the margin of victory was a mere 0.2086 seconds, the 7th closest finish in the 103 years of the race.
It's another dream come true, and the biggest dream of my life come true. So it's hard to fathom, really. It's really hard to process it right now, but I'm just filled with a lot of joy, and I drove really spirited today, but it's just incredible.
He led probably 70% of the laps, so yeah, I mean, he was a deserving winner for sure, but that last yellow really hurt us because we were doing a lot better on fuel mileage than he was, so that was the first kind of nail in the proverbial coffin, and then the second one was just we didn't have the speed up front, so I mean I was flat for the last 15 laps.
Today was about attacking. We had our strategy meeting this morning, and we decided we're going to attack, we're going to control the day, and we're going to take our fate in our own hands, and destiny is what we decided to control. So it was pretty cool. Obviously, everything played for us, really, where the stars, like I've been saying, have aligned this month incredibly, but especially today.
Simon Pagenaud and Team Penske win it all in the Indianapolis 500, and that was the story too for Joseph Newgarden, another young champion for Team Penske, who goes on to win the Indy Crown in 2019.
You've given so much credit to your team. How much has Team Penske been a career-altering move for you? Was that part of the reason why you were so emotional after winning? You know, I don't know where I would be now. If I didn't say I stayed with Ed Carpenter Racing and didn't make the transition, I believe we still would have found a lot of success. We were finding a lot of success the year before I moved to Team Penske. We were in the championship conversation. We were in the hunt for the 500. I mean, arguably, 2016 was one of my best years before moving over to Team Penske. So I don't think it would have. I don't know. It's impossible to say how different it would have been, but you can't deny that Team Penske is the benchmark. They are the team that everyone targets. And, being in New York here, I always make the comparison that driving for Team Penske is like playing for the Yankees. You know, you're basically competing with the dynasty here, and they're the best to have done it, and they're the group that everyone wants to be in. They're the group everyone wants to beat. And so there's a lot of pressure to perform in that environment. But on the flip side, you also know that you have the history behind you, you have the process, you have the people, you have the management, you have the ownership, you have everything in place to go and succeed and do it better than everyone else. And I think that gives you the confidence to go and be better than everybody else in a lot of ways. So I like it. I don't mind the pressure, but I really enjoy the confidence that the team gives you, that you have everything.
The popularity of motor racing continues to surge around the United States, and that was also seen right here in New York as Formula E, the all-electric series, took Brooklyn by storm.
Well, I'm so proud of my team because last year we did an amazing job being a private team with no testing days, with very limited resources. And this year we had more resources with DS. Of course, it took more time to get everybody to work together. But nevertheless, we were able to do a fantastic job as a team, and I'm so proud of them because it's been a tough season, and the way we were able to always bounce back from the bad moments really made us success this year.
Man, what an NBA preseason. Kevin Durant ends up in Brooklyn. RJ Barrett is the newest Knick after the NBA draft. But we want to talk about some of those prospects. Here's a look inside media availability for the NBA draft.
Honestly, I just want to be in the NBA. I didn't have a favorite team growing up. Just to be in the NBA is all I ask for, and wherever team I end up, I know that I'm gonna give them my all.
This is every basketball player's dream, and having this opportunity to be a top pick in this draft, and just waiting for tomorrow to come. I'm really waiting for it right now. Like, can tomorrow get here? I'm excited.
The Knicks pick me. Just know you're getting a guy that's gonna give everything you got every game. I'm just gonna work my butt off and try to get us back on the winning track. Hope we go to the Knicks. Then I get to play in New York in the Mecca. This feels like home to me. So really anywhere I'm great with.
I think throughout the year my stock definitely rose. I think a few performances really helped myself, including the championship. I feel like that helped me as well. I feel good going into the draft.
It's almost surreal for me, honestly, having to work for everything and to be in this position that I'm in right now. It's been crazy, but worth it at the same time. I'm excited and just ready to take on.
All those big-name rookies at the top of the draft, Zion Williamson, John Morant, and of course the newest Knick, RJ Barrett. We go back inside the locker room for more. This is Bobby C. out at the Barclays Center. We begin our look at sports this week with the NBA draft headlined by the top three stars, Zion, Ja, and RJ Barrett going to the Knicks.
I don't think it's feelings I can really describe. As a little kid, you say you want to go to the NBA. People basically say you gotta have a plan B because the chances of doing it is just little to none. And for me to be selected #1, I mean, I can't dream it no better than that.
How would you feel if people were, screaming your name? You feel great. I really feel like I'm doing something good. All my hard work's paying off. So I know that, like Kareem said, you have nothing to prove, but you have everything to prove. This is a new start, so I'm ready to go.
First thing I did was just thank God. I wouldn't have got here without God, and the opportunity that I had is truly a blessing. And my thoughts was, I'm glad my family was there, and I'm excited. My dream came reality today.
I want to play in the playoffs, and of course I want to help the team, and I think I just I want championship. I think that's the one thing I want to accomplish here. Yeah.
You get a rush of feelings and emotions that I feel like that you really can't describe, because you work so hard for this your whole life, and when you're finally here, it's a relief for sure.
Here on Sports NYC, we love to highlight the stars of tomorrow, so let's check in with the MLB draft this time around. This is Bobby C. out at the MLB studios in Secaucus, New Jersey, where we begin our look at sports this week with the future of the majors. How exciting is it to have the first pick, the Baltimore Orioles?
Well, it's definitely a great opportunity for the organization. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to get the first pick. It's an exciting time to kind of start that rebuild, and maybe tonight.
As a 10-time All-Star in the majors and a guy that's in the Hall of Fame, how difficult is it for these guys to pick guys that are going to be 10-time All-Stars and future Hall of Famers?
Well, I was a 20th round pick, so you never know, I think. But you just go with the talent, and you know what? It's real. I think it's real visible, and all the information is very clear in today's scouting, and there's really no secrets out there, just because of the high visibility that these players are.
Kids don't realize, man, the percentage of guys that start out playing from Little League, the high school, that percentage of guys that make it to the major leagues, let alone Hall of Fame career. I get a chance to see the young kids get started, and really what really means the most to me is see them, excel in their game. See them, things that you try to teach them, and they take it out on the field and it actually work for them. So they read into it.
We have 4 guys here tonight, and hopefully these guys are going to all get picked tonight so we can all celebrate. It's the beginning of something amazing, and for myself, just to be able to be here and witness all this, you get a little goosebumps thinking about it.
I'm so happy to be here, and this has been a dream come true. I love New York, the city, the atmosphere around it. It's just an awesome city, and I can't wait to get here.
That's incredible. It's everything you kind of dream of, and try to put it in the back of my mind as much as I could. But when you get there, it all gets real, and hearing my name got goosebumps.
I was calm. At the end, I know that God has a plan for me, and I ended up in the team that He wanted me to end up. So it feels good.
It definitely was a relief to finally hear my name called. It's definitely a blessing to be here, and I'm so ready to get started.
That's all the time we have here on the program. Thanks for tuning in to Sports NYC. We'll see you next time right here on the show.